We've discussed today about how to transform higher education and how we can improve the knowledge for students and the contributions that universities can do for society. But I think something key that is, first of all, is how we can include more young people and ensure they can access higher education. Because, for example, from my experience, I'm from Argentina, I'm from Latin America, and the main problem we have is inequality. So the opportunities are there, but especially, for example, during the pandemic, education became a privilege, not a right. So I will focus on that, how we can do from our place, especially on a financial level, to help these students. Because, for example, also in Argentina, as there are really few young people that, as in students, that can access higher education that are from poor backgrounds. But also, when they access higher education, they tend to have these big rates, high rates of dropout during the last years. Because there's not only, for example, it's not like the only solution is making public universities. It's also the problems they have on a socioeconomic level, to pay for transport, to pay for food, to have the responsibility or the need to go out to work and to drop out of university to help their families to eat. So I will focus on that first, because if we don't tackle this big inequality, we will never be able to really talk about a right, as education as a right.
Thank you. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Yes, just the last thing is that all the amazing best practices that were shared by the other panelists, they all have a main thing in common. That is that they find solutions by working together, by listening to other faculty members, or to listening to students. So that's the key for the solution, and I think the last thing I want to say is that it's really important to higher education institutions to revise from their place how they can include students and young people at the decision-making tables. Because this actually was mentioned during the opening ceremony. We, as young people, we have a lot to say about our education, and most of all, we are really aware that it's our future that is at stake.